to a regular Christian church, I got to see some pretty amazing things happen. And I always, now that I'm on this end and understand the law and the testimony, why do people still have power when you're only doing half the, when you're only, yeah, when you're only doing half, you're only doing the faith part. You're not doing the law. Why do you,
Faith is amazing. Okay, here's the issue. They have more faith than us. Okay, we have enough faith to say, I have to be obedient to everything that the Father said. That is the limit of my faith. These people who think that you don't have to be obedient to everything the Father said, but you can still get blessings, you can still cast out demons, they have way more faith than we do. They literally think you can do anything you want, and they do anything they want. When Yahushua healed all those people, what did he say? Your faith has made you whole. So it's these people's faith. They have an enormous amount of faith. When Paul is speaking and he's making a comparison between the Israelites and the Gentiles, he's like, I wish that my brothers, according to the flesh, had the faith that you guys have. You guys have enormous faith. Think about that for a second. Imagine what it was like in your own life when you swore for a fact you would argue with people that you were going to heaven the very second that you die. Soon as you die, you were going to heaven, and you could eat anything you want, and you could be disobedient, that he came to change the law. You had 100% faith in that stuff. Isn't that right? That's a lot of faith. That's called blind faith. Your faith is blind. You can't see. You should have that much faith. I now have that much faith in what's actually written. That's why you can't talk me out of this stuff. My faith is too strong. I remember when I was on the other side of it, my faith was that strong too. I'd be like, nah, bro, you can't tell me nothing. Show me in the Bible. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. But I got enough faith to not know that it's written in the Bible and still believe it. That's a lot of faith. That's borderline delusion.
Okay.
You're delusional at that point, right? Go.
I have a question too in regards to the same lines of things. One of the things that I've been thinking about is that when things start getting tough, right? And like I tell myself that I'm strong, and that I won't deny, that I won't do this and I won't do that. And then I'll read in Matthew 26 how Peter denied him 3 times. And then it kind of brings me back down to reality as in regards to like who I am and who I think I am, So is it going to be one of the things that we really have to kind of stay humble going forward, not to say that you're stronger than you are, which you think?
Yeah.
Because when I read this, I cry almost every time when I read it. Yeah. Because I always tell myself, man, when I deny him, I'm like Peter, bro. I'll never let you down. But ain't nobody had no axe to my head neither.